everyone, it's Kimi here from Unique Scrappiness, and today I thought I'd share with you my little vintage suitcase that I've created. I've used Kathy Orta's The Journey tutorial, and all I've done is downsized it because Kathy's comes out quite big. I think hers is like 6 by 9 or probably even larger, and mine measures about 5 inches this way, and across this way it's 8 inches, and yeah, 5 inches, so it's about 3.5 inches deep. So I've used Prima lyric papers, and inside and out and on either end, and I just drew sort of fussy cut so that the sides had these pieces here on them. So, on the top I've used some bling to decorate it with, just some black and silver bling that I can pick up in my cheap shops down here in Australia. And I did layer it up with some black lace, but it's not so noticeable now that I've put all the pretty stuff up on top of them. So let me see, it's where to begin with it all, isn't it? I've just used lots of little mulberry paper flowers, and these little flowers here I received in a rack from Chrissy, and Chrissy is Chrissy Crosser here on YouTube. Hello, Chrissy. So these turned out really well. They're kind of velvety, and they've got just the right pink and cream tinge to them. So I've just added one here and on the other side as well. The watch is something that can you see it? Here we go. So the clock face that I've put in here is just something that I've created from a little printout. I'm not certain where I found it. I do have it on a board in my Pinterest, so I can probably go look for a link and include the link. I've just added some little rosebuds on a little twisty vine to the top of the clock. Lots of pretty pink seam binding, and I've actually added a tiny little white crocheted rosebud in there, some mulberry paper rosebuds, and some baby stamen here as well. Let me see. I've poked in just little bits of tulle here and there to give it a little bit of softness. This is a button, and this was a key that was the antique bronze keys, and I just painted it up with some white gesso. And this is another one of those little tickets from the free printables that you can get. I'm not certain. I think they might be Primas, but I can't be sure. Around this side here, I've used paper flowers that I've got from China, and a little polymer clay cherub or angel. Some more stamen here I've tucked in underneath this flower, and more of the pretty pink seam binding, and just some fabric leaves. And at the back here I actually have the clock sitting on a paper flower that I've created, and then just wrapped a little bit of those pearl strings around there. I think that's basically it. And then on the inside, I've turned the lid part of the suitcase and sort of created a little shelf to store some, like, I don't know, memorabilia. And I've made a little pocket here, which I will be adding tags to put in there. And I'll also be creating a mini with papers that I have left over. So I've just put a little white frame here, and inside the frame I've added a little vintage love image inside there. An old clock that I picked up from an old pocket watch that I managed to find at my local op shop. Just some printed newspaper music paper that I've rolled up, and a little cameo here, and this little acrylic fan here with the flowers on it I received in a swap from Tash. Thanks, Tash. It looks so cute in here. It goes really well with the papers. And then I've created like a little message in a bottle, and I think these are the Tim Holtz bottles here. And I've just stamped on that says, sorry guys, always and forever. And I've tied it with a little bit of red embroidery floss. And then along the bottom here, I'm not certain if you can see, I've just twisted some tulle and pearl trimmed, or pearl bead string together, and then sort of snaked it around everything and glued it all down. And then on the bottom side of the case, on the inside down here, I've also laid it up with some ribbons and lace that I've covered the paper joins and seams with all the way around. So soft, it's barely coming up. It blends perfectly with the colours of the hearts. So that's my little vintage suitcase. I do plan to make a mini to sit inside. I just haven't had time yet. For the handle, I used some of those, I think they're 7 Gypsies little buckles, and I've twisted the papers around. Let me see if I can get into focus here. So the handle just moves backwards and forwards a little bit. It's got a bit of movement in it, and a great place for me to hang some charms from. So that's my vintage suitcase. So let me see. There we go. Sorry guys, it's been a while since I've done some YouTube movies. I've been creating like crazy, but just not doing the vids for them. So thanks for watching.